All right, guys, let's look at Donovan Mitchell and find out what makes him elite. All right, guys, today I just wanted to do a film study about Donovan Mitchell that shows why he's one of the elite players in the league, top 30 player, all-star, and why he's just going to get better and better. Some of the things are obvious, and some of the things I don't think a lot of people know about Donovan Mitchell, what makes him so good and score so many points and at an efficient level in certain aspects. So we're going to talk about that and see what makes him so great, and then talk a little bit about what he can be better at. So let's start looking at this film. A lot of these clips I got for acceleration were against different games against the Celtics. But if you see here, Donovan Mitchell sees two defenders, is able to blow by both of them and get to the rim with a bad rim protector and Enes Kanter. That's just not something everyone is able to do. And that is what makes Donovan Mitchell so dangerous, is if he's in a one-on-one situation, he can basically get to the rim at will. And that right there is the first step towards success. But that first step is elite, and he is one of the quickest players on the floor as soon as he's on there. Let's start this clip against the Wizards. Donovan gets a high pick and is able to just go to the rim. And with that 6'10" wingspan he has, is able to finish over a rim protector. I can't remember the rim protector there. And so it's those tools mixed with his acceleration that make it so lethal. All right, so this clip we've got a very interesting situation. So you've got Donovan Mitchell up top. He's being isolated on Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is a Defensive Player of the Year caliber player at center. He is able to move and guard. And you'll notice that Donovan Mitchell, even though he has a mismatch with Bam Adebayo, and with a lot of players, Bam is able to contain those guys. But with Donovan Mitchell, it's not the same thing. He recognizes the switch, goes at him, and then with that length is able to finish over top of Adebayo. So it's that acceleration that gets him by him. And then Donovan Mitchell, who is a 6'1" player, but has a 6'9", 6'10" inch wingspan, it's just elite. It's just that length. He's able to finish. And so when Donovan Mitchell has a spread floor and he's able to go to the rim like he does, if there's no rim protector behind the initial defender, it's over. That's points.
He's got it. And he turned
All right, so this same clip, we've got a high pick and roll. Our friend Enes Kanter shows up again. And that's part of what makes an elite player elite, is noticing the mismatch and attacking that mismatch. You know, it's like, honestly, it's like in baseball. When you've got a hitter, they take advantage of the bad pitchers, and that's what gets their percentages up. When you've got Enes Kanter in open floor like he does, who looks like he's terrified at this moment of the picture, he is afraid, you take advantage of that and you score, and that's where you get your buckets. And that's a lot of the game for these special players. I mean, offenses in the NBA are designed just to set up mismatches like this. So if there's a weakness on that other team, you are exploiting it until that player is either off the floor or quits the game, or you win, basically. And that's how good offenses go. And so this is where Donovan Mitchell recognizes Enes Kanter and takes advantage. You see this, it's over. He hesitates up top and then just goes. And we see that 6'10" wingspan that just absolutely finishes over anybody. You know, if Donovan Mitchell gets that space and that time to get to the rim, he's scoring. Same thing here. Enes Kanter, Donovan Mitchell recognizes the mismatch, goes at him. There's nothing he can do. Donovan Mitchell gets to the rim, and that length is what he's able to finish with. So this acceleration is what sets Donovan Mitchell up for so much success. And it's really what has been one of the big initiators for Donovan Mitchell's career in Utah so far, and why he's been so elite from day one, is that ability to just get to the rim. All right, guys, the next thing you have to talk about with Donovan Mitchell that we are all familiar with is his explosion at the rim. His ability to get up and put it down is elite. And when he does it, it's spectacular. So let's take a look at this first play.
That's actually what he said that he needed
Donovan
to do
Mitchell
at
gets the
shoot-around
ball
this
up
morning
top,
to get going rather than try to go for
gets
a
the
far
pick,
deep three. Just get
explodes
an easy
by.
bucket. Get on the board. And there we go. Donovan Mitchell.
It's just
backcourt.
It's just incredible. His ability to get over the defender like that, rise and finish, is out of this world. And if you follow Donovan Mitchell and his play regularly, you'll notice, like, the times when Donovan Mitchell isn't rising is probably a clear indicator when he might be dealing with some sort of injury. But when Donovan Mitchell is fully healthy, and that's why I'm kind of excited for this next series, this Orlando playoff series, bubble playoffs, Donovan Mitchell's coming into that healthy, and he comes in with just explosiveness that just destroys defenses and rim protectors when he wants to. And honestly, the only way Donovan Mitchell could improve on this is to do it more. Attack the rim more. Force them to block your shot, because I promise you, there's a lot of guys out there that don't want to be on Sports Center. So the way Donovan Mitchell can improve on this is just do it more. Here, let's keep going.
Napier and Beal, 5 points apiece.
One of the things I love too is when Donovan Mitchell has a great point guard, it feeds him, and he's able to do this so often. It's why Conley and Mitchell
now, the third year.
It's why Conley being on the Jazz, if they can just figure it out, can really work. Because Donovan Mitchell, when he's receiving the ball, does a lot of great things, and it puts his defender on their heels already. And we know what Donovan Mitchell can do with his acceleration.
Man out of Louisville.
So here we just got Donovan Mitchell recognize a mismatch.
Right down the lane.
Oh, it's incredible. A two-handed finish. Let's go back. Let's go back. This is a two-handed finish.
Right down the lane.
I mean, this is just elite level explosiveness. Elite. And it is what makes Donovan Mitchell so dangerous in the open floor and in most situations where he's got the ball, because he can blow by you and he can dunk on you. So if you're giving him a lane to the hoop, watch out.
Tomahawks at home.
So finally, let's look here. This is just open floor. Look out. Donovan Mitchell takes the ball and waits to adjust in air to throw it down. That is elite stuff. If you are able to actually adjust in the air and then put it down, that's incredible. And that puts you at some sort of elite tier that I don't know how to even describe. But here you go, watch. Catches and puts it down. One hand with the extension. With the extension, the arm length, just the explosiveness underneath, it is what makes him so special. And that is what is exciting when you watch Donovan Mitchell on a regular basis. You are going to see something exciting like this every game. It's what makes him so much fun. All right, guys, this was the one I was actually really excited to talk about. The fun stuff is the athleticism, the dunks, the explosion, and all those things. But this right here is what makes Donovan Mitchell so effective offensively. This right here is what takes Donovan Mitchell from, Gerald Green to like all-star level player, and it's the catch and shoot three. I was looking at NBA stats, and of players that take at least 2.5 threes per game, Donovan Mitchell shoots 43%. He's a top 15 catch and shoot player in the league for players who shoot at least 2.5 per game. And it's why if Donovan Mitchell could just find ways to take more of these, that's why having Mike Conley on the Jazz or someone who can set him up for this shot right here, along with obviously the dunks, but it's this shot right here that gives Donovan Mitchell his scoring potential. 43% on catch and shoot threes. And this is really from anywhere on the floor. He has an incredible balance when he takes his shot. I think it was JJ Redick who on his podcast talked about like what makes an elite shooter, and he kind of described the different aspects of different players of what he would want from them. But when he talked about Donovan Mitchell, he talked about his balance. And so pay attention to that a little bit, but also just like the form is just perfect. When Donovan Mitchell gets that catch and shoot three, it looks like a layup, especially when he's open and he has time. It just goes in with regularity. And if he can ever get his pull-up three to match his catch and shoot three, that's when Donovan Mitchell takes us a massive leap. But this is right here what is getting him into all-star games and getting him his points is this catch and shoot three. It gives him his efficiency. So let's take a look a little bit at what Donovan Mitchell does.
And 0 for 2 in the first three
possessions. So you'll see here,
Utah.
Donovan Mitchell, he's going to get this ball, just a kick out. The form is perfect. It was so good, I think those two players died. OG Anunoby, I'm sorry. It's just that good.
A couple of the others.
But this right here, I like this play because this is just an instinct play. The play breaks down. Conley just hands it off, and Mitchell has such a quick release with such pure balance. He makes it. Again, right here, Donovan Mitchell sets a pick. The ball whips around, gets to Mitchell. The form is perfect. That thing's going in. When he's that wide open, it's going in. Actually, before we watch this, I watched this Boston Celtics game. This was actually a game where if you looked at Donovan Mitchell's stat line, it was not great. I think he took over 20 shots in this game. Did not have a clear efficiency. But the shots, he was 4 for 5, I believe, from 3 in this game because they were catch and shoot threes. Everything else did not go well. But the thing that did go well for him was the catch and shoot 3.
Lost his footing, picks it up.
See,
here's the three.
the form is
Up
perfect,
Donovan.
and it's
Big
just
shot.
so soft and feathery as it goes in. Same thing right here. Donovan Mitchell sets up in the corner. Best shot in the NBA.
Corner wide open.
Money.
To start the
It's
game.
every time, and it's solid. 43%. When he's open, it's automatic. Same here. This is a little bit of a rhythm catch and shoot. Same story. Just solid. Right here, Donovan Mitchell. The ball whips around, and this is what I would love to see. This is actually a hand in his face, and that form is so pure, it finishes. So honestly, the more Donovan Mitchell can get this shot in his game, the better, because it is what makes him, I mean, he is an elite spot-up three-point shooter. It is what makes his game so dangerous. And if you can get another player on the Jazz that can feed him while also scoring, it's great. And that's why Mike Conley is a big deal for the Jazz. They need Mike Conley to really figure it out, and they need Donovan Mitchell to kind of enhance those strengths that he has. And one of those is catch and shoot threes. He needs to do that just 4 to 5 more shots a game. 2.7 shots per game, Donovan Mitchell on the catch and shoot 3 has to be more than that. If he can get about 5 or 6 of these a game, look out. This is where Donovan Mitchell gets to just another level as a scorer, and why he could become so special. Just more of this. Get him the ball more, and it will go in. I believe me. All right, guys. This next aspect of Donovan Mitchell's game is really probably the most underrated aspect of what he does on the floor, and really, I wish he did more of it. Donovan Mitchell should be passing the ball more because he can do it at a very high level. And the more he does it, the better the Jazz are. So let's look at this film a little bit. First thing you notice, you've got George Niang, 40% three-point shooter, 41 or 2 actually. Joe Ingles, who I think is 39, typically a 40% plus three-point shooter. On this side, Jordan Clarkson, also upper 30s, maybe 40% three-point shooter. And then you've got in the dunker spot Tony Bradley. A lot of these plays that we're watching, Donovan Mitchell's making the simple play. So as we see, he gets the mismatch on Enes Kanter, blows by him with ease, and then finds the open Joe Ingles. Let's go back a little bit. The nice thing about this play is notice that Donovan Mitchell recognizes the good defender in Marcus Smart, who defensive player of the year, level defender, and actually can protect the rim at times with his athleticism and size and the way he uses it. Donovan Mitchell recognizes it, makes the simple pass to Ingles, who makes the floater. Honestly, Ingles would be better to just take the corner 3. It's a better shot, and he can make that. But luckily, Ingles makes the shot.
He makes contact with Smart.
Next play here, we've got open floor situation. Donovan Mitchell's going to get the ball. Has the guard on his heels, makes the simple pass to Royce O'Neal, 40% three-point shooter. Makes it with ease. So much of passing and good point guard play is just making the simple pass. Make the easy play to the player that's going to make the most efficient shot. That looks like a simple play, but in a lot of situations, Donovan Mitchell goes to the rim, and maybe it's not the same finish. But getting it to Royce O'Neal on the three-point line like that with such ease, easy buckets and easy assists. And really, Donovan Mitchell should be doing that more. Same thing. Donovan Mitchell gets the pick from Rudy Gobert. I love the hesitation here. That right there is elite stuff because Donovan Mitchell hesitates. He allows Rudy Gobert to get space, and then when Donovan Mitchell notices Ty is too far up, he's able to wrap it around. Good stuff. That's the stuff that I want to see more from Donovan Mitchell, is this manufacturing of points. That right there is Chris Paul stuff, where you manufacture points out of nothing. Reading the defense, taking your time, waiting for the play to develop, and then making the right move. And that was easy bucket. Giving a guy an easy shot is not an easy thing to do, if that makes sense.
Especially
All right, so right here we're going to
since
see Donovan Mitchell get the ball up top, gets the high screen, notices Cantor,
in the NBA.
and makes the simple little pocket pass to Bradley. Bradley has really nice hands, and so you can do simple pocket passes to him. When the Jazz had Derek Favors, same thing, great hands. That's one thing that Rudy Gobert could be a little bit better at is his hands, but a simple pocket pass like that is what gets easy buckets in the league a lot of the time, especially against a bad defender like Enes Kanter.
can't make three-point shots.
Same thing right here. Donovan Mitchell, open floor, recognizes the open shooter in Conley. Corner three, easy. That's stuff right there. And I know it looks simple, but Donovan Mitchell just needs to do more of this because if he's averaging, 2 to 3 assists a game, why can't Donovan Mitchell be averaging 5 to 6 assists a game? If he's able to manufacture like that, he's got the handle, and maybe we should have covered that in this video, is he's got the handle to be able to get to places on the floor he wants to be and then set guys up for the right shot. I think one thing that Donovan Mitchell needs to remember is just don't be so blinders. Don't just be so set on a certain aspect of the play. Slow it down a little bit. Find the best shot and make the right pass and do that. Or maybe it's the best shot is just a pull-up shot in the paint or something like that, which he can do. But Donovan Mitchell will get to the next level by passing because if this passing threat becomes something that defenses know he's always going to be looking for, it will actually open things up more to use his acceleration and get to the rim. So it's really, honestly, I want to call this section more of this is because Donovan Mitchell could just do so much more with this. So right here are some examples of things that Donovan Mitchell could do to improve his game and get to the next level. And it's really with his passing. And we've seen that Donovan Mitchell is a high-level passer. He can make the right read and make the right pass. He's just got to kind of slow things down and really be looking for that. And really that's probably a little bit of a vision thing. Like, where is your vision focused? Are you focused just on the scoring aspect, or are you looking to make the right play, the right read at times? And sometimes Donovan Mitchell gets a little bit of blinders. And so this section right here is the thing that Donovan Mitchell can do to take his game to the next level. If Donovan Mitchell could get his passing to the point where he's getting 5 to 6 assists a game, that starts to get into superstar level stuff because that's where you open things up for your offense. If they are always having to guard their man because they know that at any moment Donovan Mitchell can whip that ball to the open guy, then that makes you that much more dangerous. And really, you just win more games. I mean, that's why Harden is that just next level. LeBron James, they are making the right read and the right move at all times. And because their passing is so elite, their offense just gets better because they get a lot of one-on-one situations. You can't lean off your guy against LeBron or James Harden or Chris Paul because they will kill you. They will make the right pass and get that three to fall. And that's where Donovan Mitchell can go. So let's look at this a little bit. Donovan Mitchell right here gets the ball. I want to pause this at the right moment. Right here. Right here. Look at where Donovan Mitchell is. Look at the pocket pass that needs to happen. There is no one here that is stopping Rudy Gobert if he gets this ball. At worst, he's going to get fouled and get to the rim. Right here, we see the defender closing in. That's the gravity of Gobert. If Gobert gets this ball from Donovan Mitchell, Mitchell might not get the assist because Gobert can go to the rim and make the pass to an open Bogdanovic in the corner, who, by the way, is like a top 5 catch-and-shoot three-point shooter in the league, who was pushing 50, 40, 90 this year. So only good things happen in this play if Donovan Mitchell makes this pass right here. But we'll watch what happens.
Scored 20 or more, 8 of his last.
It's a fadeaway too. And I guess anyone could say, look, that the end of shot clock, so maybe that's the right play in that situation. So Donovan Mitchell probably makes the right play here. But in almost every situation, you want to see him make that pocket pass to Gobert. All right, let's go to the next play.
That 9-1-1 jumper from the baseline is no good.
Range jump shot.
All right, so we've got Donovan Mitchell at the top of the three-point line, high pick and roll. Gobert gives him the pick. So right here, Donovan takes the pull-up shot. This is the shot that people want less of. Now, in the playoffs, maybe a good shot. And Donovan has shown that he can make the shot. But this is contested by the center, Tice, who's actually a good defender. Contested mid-range pull-up shot right here. Not a great shot. The thing that's disappointing about this is look who's in the corner right here. Royce O'Neal, best shot in the league is... Oh, I'm in the way. Right here, Royce O'Neal, corner 3, best shot in the league. And Royce O'Neal is a 40% three-point shooter. That's the read That's the play, and we don't get it. And so this is what happens.
Mitchell stops at the foul.
And it's a brick, and it actually goes hard, which gives fast break to the other team. So it's actually double bad because you're giving fast break to the other team. One of the easiest ways to score in the league is through transition. All right, let's go to the next play here. Donovan Mitchell comes up. We've got kind of a situation here where he's got Jaylen Brown and Daniel Tice, two great defenders, and Donovan Mitchell's caught here. And so this play's already dead before it's happened. Really, the best thing to do here is to just reset and back it out. Give the ball to Conley or Bogdanovich and try to set something up and get a better shot, because what happens here is not a good shot. There is a hint of a moment where Gobert is slightly open, but Tice actually does a really great job of keeping himself between Donovan Mitchell and Gobert and actually contest the shot. This is actually a great defensive play by Tice, and Donovan Mitchell needs to recognize this situation and either reset the play or not have gotten himself into this situation in the first place.
Mitchell into the paint.
So that turns into a fadeaway too that ends up becoming
Gobert try to keep
a rebound for Tice. That's actually right there, great film for Tice, but that's just a play that's not going to go well because it's blinders going into the lane, Sometimes you just need to slow down. And I think that's where Donovan Mitchell can take things up a notch, is just let the game come to him a little bit. Recognize the mismatch. If you're not on the mismatch, give it up. Let the ball whip around. And then guess what? Eventually that ball can find its way back to you. And like we said earlier in the video, Donovan Mitchell is an elite spot-up three-point shooter. That ball can get back to you if you trust your teammates. So that's probably one of the things he needs to just do more to get to another level. All right, so Donovan Mitchell's going to get the ball here. There's not a lot good happening at this moment. If this was a movie, it would be, I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation. The situation right now is that Royce O'Neal is wide open and actually kind of wondering what's going on here as well. He needs the ball to shoot the three because he's a 40% three-point shooter. We'll also notice Mike Conley open in the corner. Mike Conley behind my chair, open for corner three. Also there. That's not what happens. Instead, this is what happens.
West Coast road trip. Donovan takes a...
That's not a great shot. I don't know anyone who would consider that a good shot. Not a great shot. And so these are the things Donovan Mitchell can take things to the next level. If Donovan Mitchell can remove a lot of this type of stuff, he becomes just honestly a top 15 type player, because he can be a 5 to 6 assist guy. He can shoot 43% from three on catch and shoot, and he could open the floor and get to the rim at will, get to the free throw line more. He's a high-level free throw shooter. The next level also for his game is a pull-up three. He actually needs to improve on that, and that's when you start getting into shooting like Damian Lillard, who is a catch-and-shoot three shooter, obviously, just like Donovan Mitchell. But Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, those guys are the upper echelon shooters because they have the pull-up three. That's another step for Donovan Mitchell to make. But really what's going to help Donovan Mitchell in his game and what he's good at is getting that passing game improved to find open guys. And he will get to the rim and score and do great things with the ball. But when he gets those blinders and it just becomes a lot of mid-range pull-ups, a lot of floater stuff, a lot of these fadeaway things, that's not going to win games, and that's not going to help your percentages. It's just not helping anybody, and finding open bigs for dunks and things like that. That's what Donovan Mitchell, when he starts doing that more and falls in love with the pass, he gets to the next level. Guys, that's the thing that will take Donovan Mitchell to another level and become one of the best players in the league. All NBA caliber. He can get there. He's just got some things to improve on, but he can. These are not unfixable things. Everything we're seeing here, very fixable, very adjustable, and why he really deserves a supermax. If you're anyone in the league, you want a player that can get to another level, it's Donovan Mitchell. Guys, that's all we got today. Like and subscribe this channel. We're going to do more. Like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments who you want to talk about. I've got ideas of who I want to talk about. I bet you can guess who I want to talk about next. But let me know in the comments who you want me to do a film study on. I'll talk to you later.